Hey beauty, stay tuned to see how I create these beautiful fruity nails. You're going to need some monomer, some acrylic powders, fruit slices, and some tips. Prepare the nails by pushing back the cuticles and scraping off any dead skin on the nail plate. Then using a hand file, lightly file any dead skin and any shine off the nail plate. Once you're done, pick out the sizable nail tips. I'll be using my strong glue to glue on the nail tips. Cut your nail tips to the desired length. Make sure to leave a bit of length because you're going to file afterwards. Next, shape and file your nails. Remember to remove any shine off the nail tip. This will make the acrylic stick better. Pour your monomer, dab your brush. Next I'm going to apply the nail primer, and then I will start laying the acrylic. So I lay my cover pink acrylic at the top of the nail and then lightly brush it down the nail tip. So you want to create an ombre effect with your neon colored acrylic. So you'd want to make this part of the nail as thin as possible because you're gonna add the art and also encapsulate your art afterwards. Next is to lay out your fruit slices so that you are able to pick the ones you like. Next I'll be laying the purple neon color acrylic, and using a thin layer I'm just gonna brush it up the nail. Make sure the acrylic covers the tip of the nail and also creates that ombre effect. So don't be too worried when the ombre is not perfect because you will add your art and your slices. Now this acrylic is super wet. So this is the type of acrylic, it's called an all-in-one acrylic powder. You can use it for dipping, you can use it for carving, and you can also use it how I'm using it right now. It's a bit difficult to work with because I had to make sure that it doesn't run over the nail, but it does get really runny. So you'd want to work it using a drier brush than you would usually do. So once the acrylic is laid, I am going to start laying the art. Now on this particular finger I started laying the fruit slices. So how I worked this was to add any fruit slices with the color purple on it. I think it looked gorgeous. And next I will add my other shimmer art. I think this goes very well with the fruit slice art and the color. Just making sure that there isn't any purple acrylic at the top of the nail, because I want that to be pink. Next, I'm going in with the yellow, and wow, this acrylic is so runny. I really do need a bit more practice, to perfect how to work with this acrylic. But the colors are gorgeous. Look at that. I really love the colors. I really love how very pigmented the colors are. So I just lay my shimmers. Careful not to lay too much. And this art's just really like sticking onto itself. And then I'm laying the fruit. So any fruit slice with the color yellow in it. Whoops. Whoop, pink, get off. These were a bit tricky to pick up, but you can use your rhinestone pickup tool to pick them up effortlessly. I was just lazy to change the tools, so I decided to go with the brush. Right, once that is done, I am really loving how these turned out. Next, we're gonna do some encapsulating, and I'm using the Wendy Beauty Nail Systems acrylic powder in the color clear. So I start right in the middle of the finger where I think the gaps are in the art, and just making sure that the acrylic really goes in between the art. Make sure that the fruit slices are nice and covered, and that they won't be affected once you do your final shaping and filing. Now this may look like a lot of acrylic, but trust me, the nail wasn't really that thick. So once the acrylic is dry, go ahead and shape and file the nail. Make sure that the top of the nail is nice and level, that the nail still has its shape, and that no part of the art is filed off. Once that is done, I'm just going to clean up the cuticle area using my safety pin. So this does prevent lifting and make sure that the cuticle area is nice and flushed. And once that is done, I will end off using my UV glaze, and look at how beautiful these turned out. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, and this UV glaze is just a dream to work with. I mean, look at that shine. Oh, I love how these turned out. And then the last stage is just to cure that in the LED lamp for 60 seconds. And once that is done, apply some cuticle oil and you are done. I really loved how these turned out. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. These turned out just how I imagined them in my head. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.